What's up, people? It's Isiah. Yuri, it's your turn.
Oh, hi, I'm Yuri.
Hi, I'm Cal, otherwise known as Clalagraphor.
Hello there, I'm DeadFun. I'm a demon. Maybe I'm evil. I'm probably evil.
Why are you a demon
So
now?
you're the one that's gonna insert
Oh, I
words here.
see.
Frieren,
I forgot we were doing
this
Frieren.
is your show.
I
This is
know.
your
I
show.
woke up
Oh,
10 minutes ago.
no.
Let me live.
Oh my fucking
Bro.
god. Oh my god.
It's- Okay, so like Flash, do you want to bet on if Cal's gonna watch season 2? I'm betting
am.
no.
I am.
He's gonna watch the first episode, get bored, and then never pick it up again.
What the fuck?
But does that?
On what
does
basis
that-
do you have this on?
I mean, shit, I actually can't say much. That was almost me.
Okay, here's my basis.
Well, you just
Cal.
don't like it. Like, you're still
Yeah, I don't like it.
crazy. But you were saying, I'm so sorry, Isiah Flash. What were you saying?
My basis for saying that, Cal, is you wouldn't stop glazing that Venom Machine anime. And then when the second season came out, you was like no, I hate it.
Okay, in my defense, the Vending Machine anime was like half a joke and like half serious. And I will say this, like the second season did low-key fall off. It lost all its charm of the first season. I'm so sorry.
Yeah. Thank you so much for that.
Yeah, you're welcome.
By the way, so that way you all in the audience know, Cal via some evil machination decided to make Yuri watch that anime, and then I don't know if they saw season 2, but
I'm
then,
gonna be honest. I thought that was actually funnier than Frieren sometimes.
crazy. But like I was gonna say, yeah, like then Cal drop a series, comedic hilarity ensues. Yeah, dude. I don't know, the best. Okay, well I can't. Okay, Frieren Elf, anime. I'm old. I'm getting old. Oh boy, I'm so out of touch
Okay.
with these new adventurers.
Okay, Frieren. The thing that's interesting to me, she's always like I never knew these people. Brings out the most random facts about the people. Like,
Well, like, this is gonna be a common theme in this episode. Stuff makes sense, but like, it's still like sort of weird. I can see how that makes sense because like that's just sort of how like humans work in general. We just sort of like recall random shit when like scenarios come up. Like Flash, as an example, I recall the orphans that you killed, 5 years back.
you weren't supposed to bring that up.
Oh
Especially
shit!
when
Are we on
recording.
flashbacks like at the massacre? Shit.
Okay.
I don't. Everyone for me felt weird because when I watch an anime, I can normally joke around with it. For example, a mutual friend of mine, we're watching the Newcomers that series. We can make jokes about it. When I watched Frieren, it felt serious, but like way too serious. It's not weird zone. It felt way too serious.
Yuri, I didn't think you would go to DeadFun side and start hating women.
Women fucking suck.
You got that, Cal? You recorded that?
Yeah, I did. I'll use it against them at some point. But
Yeah. Bet you would. You fucking would.
yeah, I would. What do you mean? I would.
Yeah, no, it felt way too serious, and it's even when it was goofy and funny, it still felt like, oh, we're serious business, serious like anime. It had charm to it, but it felt like when the corporate suits go, we're gonna reward you guys for doing overtime on Christmas, yay, with a pizza party.
I don't agree.
And not even good pizza, it's little fucking Caesar pizza.
Yeah, I don't agree. My thing with it, I don't even think it's serious. I just think it's slow. And I don't even say that as a bad thing. I like the slowness of it. Which is actually really weird because most other animes I don't like when they're like super slow. But I just liked how carefree most of the episodes are, at least for the first half of it. I'll be honest, I much preferred the first half of season 1 than the second half of season 1, just
Did not care
because
about the tournament arc.
I liked it. It was fine. Like, I was entertained by it, right? There were some really good fights, some good animation and such. I liked some like character interactions, and I really did like the side cast they brought in, at least most of them. Some of them I just couldn't care less about.
The best thing to come out of this whole thing is Ubel.
No. You mispronounced Deacon.
You mean the guy who didn't have magic that decided to throw hands?
Yeah, my goat.
Okay, then. I haven't been here the past 2 minutes in this conversation, but my position is that
God.
I don't think Frieren is bad. I think it's mid. I think it's And like, but I will
a fate
say,
worse than death.
I will now have a response to you, Yuri, where I'll say, I think it's okay. Actually, the most comparisons I drew between the series with the different series was like Berserk, and you know me, I love comparison.
Oh,
I think Berserk is like a very serious anime where you can't really mess around with it. It's very heavy on its tone. You know, like stuff I can't say on this podcast happens a ton, but that doesn't make it a bad series, especially not to watch. I love the like, was it 1990? Fuck, dude, it's been a minute. I like the first Berserk anime where it's like basically like the 90s anime where it's like sad as hell and like so I don't think that's like a good criticism, to be honest. I think it's just
I'm not
like
saying serious anime can't be good. It's just like for me, that's why I didn't like it.
okay.
I tend not to like serious anime. But I think Frieren was goofy enough for me to like it, especially when Stark joined. I like him because he's just a silly little guy.
I will
And
say
he's
most of the
based.
characters will sort of have like samey reactions, where it feels like even Stark, who's supposed to be like sort of the Zenitsu in this crew, they like like most of the time just have like the deadpan expression.
I'm gonna be honest. I liked with Cal's earlier part. I liked. I'm gonna be honest. I had the opposite feeling. I liked more of like the second half of season 1 than the first half. Now, granted, I did lose a character I did like. Oh man, that priest should have been in the full party. Frieren should have left instead.
Oh, I did like the priest. He was nice. I thought he was a nice introduction to the cast.
I liked him. He was really good. And this is when and I can't fucking talk today. And this is when I rip off that band-aid. I loved a lot more the side cast than Frieren herself.
I'm the exact opposite. I like Frieren, but like what they're surrounded by in season 1 is like I don't like it.
I liked the fucking Deacon, the clone guy, Fern. Like I liked a lot of my people. For me,
Okay.
Frieren is on the same level as that fucking Yuri couple.
Okay.
Who?
So, like,
What?
You know,
Yeah,
the
no.
fucking
Girls
ice
are on her team.
princess and the fucking they're on like fucking like Frieren's team. You know, the fucking lesbians.
Okay, the fact that the
Oh,
author had to go
them.
out,
Okay.
I was scrolling through wikis, and the author had to go out of her way to say that yes, they were in a relationship. Like, no, duh, bro.
No shit, Sherlock.
That's so base though.
Okay, but like, here's my thing. Frieren has a very good, and by the way, I know all the reasons it does the stuff I'm going to mention now, but I'm getting to it. I know the reason that Frieren ended up the way that it did, but okay, so once more, to compare to Berserk, series have many similarities where essentially, we have a sort of like separated part in the story where like Frieren and Guts both like are in different parties, but the parties are eventually separated. I know, very different circumstance, but like stick with me here. They're separated in very different circumstance, and so both characters have to cope and move on from and deal with the fact they don't have this beginning party that they're from. That's like how I draw the comparison, and that's a very cool like concept when it comes to Frieren. And I don't like dislike Frieren. Frieren's like fine, but my problem is that all the shit that they're surrounded by, I just don't especially care with. I don't like Fern. Just feels like a mini Frieren, and I know that's like sort of the point, but like I just don't. I don't care. Stark is like the best part in like the new cast in quotation marks, but like I don't think they can like carry, if that makes sense. And then as well, I just don't really care on like this new party getting made. If I was to like follow the series, I want it to be more like, I guess, Berserk, where like Guts in the beginning is like, and this doesn't have to be in the same way, by the way. This is just like to make a comparison. In Berserk, Guts has to like first move on and then find a new party that they eventually like, come to like and appreciate. But then it feels like in Frieren, it's just sort of like, oh, well, here's your cast. Literally, like, Fern is sent up with, like, a notice. They're sent with a note that says, like, yo, take this dude.
Take this child.
And it's like, I don't really sense that camaraderie between them. And I guess that's sort of the point, because, like, Frieren's supposed to be, like, a very separated elf who's, like, and, that's the reason, by the way, I have a ton to say on the demons. But, like,
Okay, so do I.
the story revolves around the fact that like Frieren is supposed to be this very detached person who like doesn't feel emotions the way that we will. But that just doesn't make it a very compelling narrative to me because like it just feels like Frieren just like stumbles into plot points and like the fact that they're like very OP doesn't help because they stumble into stuff and then just like not auto solve it, but like they don't have a hard time, not especially so.
Like, okay, the hardest fight that she's had was with herself.
Yeah,
So,
that's like
Yeah. For me, it felt like when I watched it, it was weird because I didn't realize this until like last night. For me, Freerun felt like the character type I fucking hate a lot. A hidden tiger, like
there, buddy.
okay, no. What I mean by that is the crouching tiger, hidden badass kind of thing. I
But
don't
like,
like that shit a
do
lot.
do you not like Saitama from One Punch Man?
I find them they're okay.
I'll say this. I
Saitama's
think
based.
Saitama's a weird comparison only because they're meant to be a parody of that genre, of that like type of character.
No, here's the
Okay,
thing.
who do you
There
think is a
is,
more fitting comparison then?
I think Gojo.
Yeah, I think
No.
Gojo's. You don't?
No, I'm not. No.
He doesn't
Yeah,
hide
no.
the fact that he's based.
Yeah, like they are very like it's like a fact in the universe that they're like the top one.
I don't know. It's just
That's like the entire gimmick they have.
Like, bro showed up at like a middle school, rizzed up a bunch of minors, and the teacher.
Well, and by the way,
So
I'll
he
say
doesn't
this.
hide the fact
Oh, my bad.
like Gojo doesn't hide the fact that he doesn't hide anything about who he is.
like it's
I
just
think
this-
a better comparison would be Nezuko. You see her, she's just kind of little guy, but she kicks people's heads off. I've seen it.
yeah. No. Here comes the thing. I find Nezuko is okay too. Like it's
But like,
She
okay,
said you
I'll
didn't
have
like it.
as said, I'll have Frieren defended. I really like. I think the core message this show has is very. By the way, Cal, you've been very non-talkative, so if you want to hop in here, I don't know. But like, yeah, I was gonna say like I think the core message in this show I very much like, where it's like getting to see how an elf feels because they have so much time in comparison to us as humans that have so little time. I
Oh,
think
no,
that's
yeah,
like a
no.
very like
I fuck
cool
with
core
that.
premise.
I fucking like that.
But like the difference between me and you is that I think you seem to think that like the problem is Frieren. I think the problem is like what Frieren is surrounded by. As I said, I think all like the story that they're surrounded by is just like mid.
It's the fucking
Okay.
thing. If I like the message, I just don't like Frieren as a character. I like
Okay.
a lot of else about this series. I just
See, okay, here's the problem isn't okay. No, the problem is Frieren. So, okay, I personally like Stark and Fern more than I like Frieren because those two actually I like character stuff, like characters interacting and talking to each other, having problems. She's okay when they have their. I'm also just a sucker for like romance and stuff. So like I like everything that's going on with Stark and Fern. And Frieren's just there. She doesn't have a character to bounce off of really. Like Stark and Fern have each other for that. But like Frieren's
I
just
mean,
there.
sometimes Frieren can bounce off Fern, but that's just like the small stuff. I know what you mean though.
I feel as if you're gonna have this series be like Fern and Stark, I think you just make that its own series and have like Frieren's part be like a one shot in the same setting. I guess if like the general point is like they clash and not in a good way, then like I'll be in agreement. But I like if I was to choose between the two, a story that follows Frieren versus a story that follows Fern and Stark, I'll choose Frieren. In honesty, I just want Frieren to be surrounded by like more compelling stuff. Is my thing.
Now here comes the thing. I think for me, if there was not Fern and Stark and it was just Frieren trying to live out her life, I think that could work.
No,
Didn't you
because, like,
just say
the-
you
oh,
disliked Frieren? Wait, am I?
Yeah.
am I
Yeah,
crazy?
no, I do. Here's an idea if it was better to make it better.
Well, like what's the idea then?
Well, yeah, it's basically enough. She would basically go like retracing her steps and like, oh, like she just find out about the heaven and goes to find it, but it's along the way, like fuck brain, and along like it's keep the same almost beats, like there's the mage exam except it's difficult. It's
Okay,
difficult
well,
to explain.
I don't like that stuff. I think like the Matrix game is sort of like a filler arc. It feels like.
Yeah.
I didn't really like the.
Am I the
Mage
only one who
Exam,
liked
like I
it?
said
Only
earlier.
just
Okay,
like the side
Okay,
characters?
I want to say I liked it, right? I didn't dislike the second part. I just preferred the first part, right? So here's the thing. I haven't read the manga, but I had a friend who had like caught up with the manga. And essentially what they told me about that arc is that it was mainly a setup arc. It was meant to be an
Yeah,
introduction arc essentially to all these side characters and like for like future story points and stuff like that. So it kind of feels like a filler arc because it's more of a setup arc. Like the arc itself doesn't really matter. It's the characters inside of it that we need to know and like go, okay, we know who you are. You were in that mage exam. We know what you can do. We know your personality. We can go ahead and move on with like the story points we're gonna hit on you later.
Oh, okay. I think the show would be that's mean. Okay, I like it during the mage exam, I was more interested when Frieren and Fern weren't on screen. Like when we
Well,
were
like
focusing on other characters. You know what I
the
mean?
series, it feels like the series wants to have it. I think the basic like core issue we're getting to is that it feels like I don't know on Cal's part. I don't want to speak on Cal's behalf. Like it feels like the series wants to have its cake and eat it too, where it like wants to have us like dive into this new world where like we meet up with all these characters and this sort of stuff. But it also wants to have like an ancient elf MC who like looks into the past they have and like this, that, and that could work hypothetically in a case. I don't know. I just think it'll have been more compelling if they chose a road and decided to like stick to it. I don't know. I think if we're gonna have this like story where like they're trying to explore into the past they have and like the journey they went on, I think just like do that. And if you want to have a story where it's like fantasy characters in the new world, I think you do that as well. I don't know.
I'll be
I like
honest.
the
For me, so sorry, I was mainly
What's
just
up?
listening for the most part. I was kind of dying off screen a little bit, but with that
Oh,
said,
yeah.
yeah, I do agree that having Fern be like the same archetype as Frieren, I'm not gonna say it was a stupid move, but I think it was like a ballsy move because like
It was a choice.
it was a choice because
Uh,
you really do just have like two of the same character for the most part. The only real difference between them is that Fern is like a tsundere. That's about it. Like I think that's like their biggest like difference in character. And I guess that like Fern is more human-like, which we see throughout the series, which is like, hey, I don't want to spend 17 years in this village. We're moving on, right? But
Yeah,
even
like
with
during
that,
fights, both Fern and Frieren are just mogging the enemy, like no emotion at all. It's like,
I do have an
weird.
issue with Fern being emotionless like Frieren in the sense of like, okay, I think so. One of the first ever like major fights, which was with the demons in the capital, right? Where like Stark has to fight the one weapons girl that can like copy like weapon techniques. Fern fights the blood person, and then of course, Frieren fights what's her name? Abel. It starts with an
Aura?
Aura, there
Ubel.
it is.
Oh,
It
yes,
was not
Aura.
Urba, it
Or
was
the Gillis.
Aura.
Oh, the
Yeah.
one reason I recall it is from the KYS
Yeah. It's such a base scene, but I love
It's
that
pretty
fight a
big.
lot. If you want my opinion, I think the Stark fight was the best out of the three from like a story and character perspective. I can like go on a whole rant on that one. But the issue I had with Fern's one is when she gets stabbed in like the chest or like the shoulder and she has no emotion whatsoever. My issue with that is that I feel it would have been an amazing opportunity to show Fern having emotions, if that makes sense. Because like she's like not a war vet, sorry, like a child of war, right? She's been like traumatized since a little child. It would have
She
been
tried to.
interesting.
I can't say that. She tried to take her own life. Can I say that?
I think take your own life is fine,
Yeah.
She tried to reset her character on Roblox.
basically. So like her being emotionless makes sense from a story perspective, right? But I think it would have been interesting to see her have emotions here because relatively speaking, I think this was like one of the first times, if not the first, that she's been with Frieren, where like she's been in like actual danger, right?
The first
Like
time was during the whole thing when she was training and they had to fight that one demon who made the Zoltron. I think that's the name of the spell.
Yeah,
yeah,
no,
but like
you had
even
mentioned it.
then she had Frieren right next to her, right? Like
Yeah.
even
I'm
if it was
getting
like
what
a
you mean,
dangerous
Val.
situation, like at this point she's on her own. She doesn't have her master to come save her at any point. She's like stabbed in like the chest. I think it would have been interesting to see her like panic.
Yeah.
You know,
Like
like
getting
show
emotional.
like show character flaws essentially.
But she was aura farming during that fight.
Yeah, she was aura farming. Which don't get me wrong, I still
Like, she
really like
did
the
this-
fight visually and like, but I think out of the three, Ferns was my least favorite because of it.
Oh, and by
'Cause,
the way, just
yeah,
oh my bad, you first. I didn't know you were still. My bad. What's up?
my favorite out of the three was Stark because okay, so Stark, I know we got the comparison to Zentetsu from Demon Slayer, which is true. He is a much better version of Zentetsu. Where
Zenetsu.
Zentetsu.
No, fuck, you ruined it. No, dude,
I'm gonna still call him Zentetsu.
Yeah, dude.
My God.
My goat. My goat.
I watched too much Blue Lock apparently. But the issue I have with the
Yeah, dude.
Nensu's character in Demon Slayer, right, is that the archetype is fine, but we never get to. At least for me, I don't think we really get to see progression in Zenetsu's character. At least not until like the very end of the story.
Yeah.
With Stark, what I like is that he is the cowardly character, right? He is scared to fight, but he has the strength. What I like what the show does is that instead of giving him like a cheap cop out where it's like, I go to sleep and now I can like do the things I can, Stark actually has to face his fears, which I'll be honest, out of the whole cast, Stark is my favorite. Like, actually, I think
Yeah,
Frieren's my
but
favorite, but I think right behind Frieren is Stark, where it's like,
He's just a silly little guy.
in this fight specifically,
He's just a goober.
I feel like we see a lot of progression in it. Whereas like his master, who he is terrified about, right? We see like throughout like the entire time he's in the story, he is like scared of his master. And then we have a demon that can copy his techniques and he is freaking out, only to be hit by the attack and to realize it just doesn't hit as hard, and realizing he can take that hit and just learning from that. I don't know. I kind of rambled. Sorry.
Oh, well, you're fine. I was
Okay,
just gonna
okay,
say, okay, well,
That's like literally the whole point of this. You're supposed
two
to.
different points.
Yeah.
Two different points. I was first gonna say this is not a Frieren exclusive problem, by the way. The fact that like OP MC who like aura farms way too much. I think I'm a series that like heavy suffers from this is like Overlord. By like comparison, and I like Frieren more than Overlord. Just I don't know. But like past that, I was gonna say as well. When it comes to, I like Frieren more conceptually, but I like Stark more in practice, if that makes sense. I like the concept of like what Frieren's story is, but I just like Stark more because of like how they are.
You
if
know,
that makes
yeah,
sense.
no, fuck it. I could agree
You
on
know,
that actually.
Well, I know you like you
I'm
don't like
noticing
Frieren. Yeah, what the fuck?
I'm noticing something like I like the funny little guy characters in
Yeah.
like everything that I watch.
Mm.
I don't know why. Maybe it's
But
because they're funny.
still,
Can we talk about the
yeah.
demons, by the way?
I'm gonna be honest. I actually fuck it. So here's the thing with Frieren. As much as I shit on it, there's not a design I actually hate. I fucking like
Oh,
every
no,
single
Frieren-
design. Like it's
Yeah,
the
yeah,
thing.
yeah.
Like so every single anime I don't like. There's something still I like about it. The music, great. The animation, good. The art, really fucking good. I'm gonna be honest.
I was gonna say that like yeah, Frieren's art is like excellent. I think even more so in the manga than the anime. The manga looks excellent.
I have not seen any of the manga art. I don't think I have.
Just look up just look up like random panels. It looks good as hell.
You know what? I'll look up right now.
Yeah, but like I was just gonna say, well, like shit. What? Oh, demons. Yeah. So here's like I have to separate like my normie brain from my like review brain when I look at the demons. When I think from my normie brain, demons are like fine. They're like episodic villains that like have a little mystery, ooh la la, that sort of stuff. When I use my review brain, I don't like how they did the demons.
Okay, are all demons evil? Like, is it just a fact?
Yeah.
Or
Well, at least from
Yeah.
what we know right now, I don't know if that will change later on
Yeah, the
about
manga
that.
could like do a reveal.
But like as of the story right now, at least from what Freeman has told us, that all demons are evil. And like I'll be real, the only reason I don't like this is because Xenoist have been using it as like in comparison to be racist and like
We're bringing up that fact. Oh
we
fuck.
kind of have to. It's like it's an
Do we really?
as much as I hate it, like there's like this like loud minority in the Frieren community that like uses it a lot, to the point where even like people it's really fun. There was a comparison between how Japan took Frieren and how America took Frieren, because when Japan watched Frieren, there was like a spike in like people trying to help other people, trying to be like Himmel, and then in America people were using like Frieren's like hatred of demons to be like, we fucking hate minorities. It was like a really big contrast.
I'm a minority. Hi.
It's same.
Hello there,
Hello.
minority.
I don't
Do you
know.
like Frieren?
I don't think Hispanics count as a minority anymore. Anyways,
Yeah, they still do. I think.
yeah, we're like,
I'm not ready to have this discussion.
okay.
We're pivoting
The world-
topics. What is
the
a
world
minority?
The world isn't ready to know my opinion.
But
That's very
even,
ominous.
but like even still,
Okay,
so
well,
yeah,
that's
at this,
that's like the boring part in the conversation. Yeah, duh, racism bad. Don't use like demons in a fictional story to like justify racism. Blah blah blah. Yada yada yada. That's like duh. Like with that said, are the demons evil? I believe yes, but my problem is the narrative has like a worm on its hook. And all the time they try and like pull it up next to us where it's like, ooh, are the demons really evil? Ooh.
They
And then
are
each
like, don't
time.
they like,
And they just admit they're
don't they
evil.
like?
No, but
Yeah,
it's like a
yeah,
story
don't they?
point like several times where it's like, and I've looked this up, I've done research where it's like, there's many points where it's like, ooh, but are the demons like actually evil? Can there be a good demon? And it's like each time it's just like, yeah, no, they're evil. And it's like, okay, well,
Like,
good
okay,
talk, Frieren.
like, is there just like, I want there to be like a demon that's like, you know how in like Tokyo Ghoul there are some ghouls who don't eat people because that's
No.
just weird.
No.
Well,
Okay,
okay.
y'all haven't seen
I know what
Tokyo
you mean. It's like
Ghoul?
the vegetarian
No.
vampires in that series.
Yeah.
I know what you mean,
Like,
Flash.
okay, I think it would be interesting to see a demon that doesn't want to eat humans, but kind of has to due to the fact that that's how they work.
The problem is that
Maybe.
Frieren wants to have its villains be like pure evil. I'm
Make
fine with
sure
that,
that
but I
Frieren
just want it,
isn't like, I want their villains to be evil to make sure that Frieren isn't seen as the bad person.
yeah, so they can aura farm. But I don't care. That's like fine. If it was like a different story where I like it more, I won't like care as much. But like, I don't even care that much. It's fine that they aura farm on like demons. I don't care. I think the aura scene where it's like, I think that's like fine. But my problem is I just want them to. I don't want to feel debated by the narrative each time they're like. And I know it happened like just twice in the anime, but like from all the discussion that I've seen, I looked into this topic. It just seems like it comes up way more than it needed to. And I think you could have just. I think all you needed was that one part where like with the village and the one female demon.
Uh-huh.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
I think
flashback with Himmel.
Yeah.
they could have
Yeah.
just done that and that be it. They're just pure evil. That's it. Yeah.
Well, okay.
But I
I'll be
don't see,
honest. I think you have that scene, right? But I think you also keep the what you call it? The capital one, not the capital, but where like their demons are trying to pretend to be aristocrats and stuff like that and have peace. I think you keep that one
I
as
don't.
well for the sole reason to have the new cast like understand where Frieren is coming from, right? Like why they are pure evil. Because I think
But I
that one was
just.
fine. I think
I could
that
see
one
that.
was fine. I think any more after that is too much, but I think those two are
Okay.
fine.
Here's my follow-up problem. If humans and demons have been in this race conflict the past how many centuries? Why are they? Us humans in real life are hella superstitious. We like kill women because we think they're witches.
you kill women
uh,
because you think they're witches. I don't.
hilarious.
Yeah, no, I think I've seen
So
some
like from here,
crosses that
what I
like
so past that, what I'm saying is that like if we're in a world where demons are proven to be intrinsically evil, they are just evil. There is no like shit. Why the fuck don't all humans just kill them like on
No,
upon
no,
like
no.
first seeing them?
They kind
With
of
how
do
humans
though.
are, well, I don't
Oh,
think they
but
can. I think that's the
not as
problem.
much as I want them to. Okay, Cal.
I think
Okay, Cal. Here's the problem. We see the exceptions in the series. I think there should be no exceptions. Not in the way that they happen.
I don't think that's true. Because
Why?
okay. If we're going with the one, if we just go with like the two scenarios we have, I think it still works. Because even if everybody hates demons and everyone like inherently believes they're evil, there will always be those outliers who are gonna try and seek the good out of them. There are always going to be the people, and we see this in real life as well. There will always be those genuinely good people who will try and see the good in everything. Himmel being one of them. The Himmel scene
Okay,
makes
wait.
sense. Yeah.
But in real life, okay, wait, first, the real life comparison doesn't work because, like, we don't have demons in the series are intrinsically evil. The closest
wait
comparison
a
you have in real
second.
life is like an animal. It's like, but like, animals aren't evil. They're just driven by like natural, like what they believe
Well,
instinctually.
what I am saying, some humans inherently will seek the good out of everything, right? Or they will try and see the good in people, right? And you can make the argument that like, well, demons aren't people. They look like people, right? So inherently, psychologically, we are going to perceive them as at least a little bit human. And they do that on purpose, right? That's the whole reason they take human-like forms. Like
But
it's a form
in the
of
series, it's known that they're deceivers.
yeah,
and
okay.
it's
I'm not saying
mm,
every arc should have it. I'm just saying for these two scenarios, it makes sense, right? Everyone in the village was like terrified and just wanted to kill the demon, right? And then Himmel comes in and is like, we should give it a chance, right? And then of course that backfires. And then even in like when the demons come to the capital, we see like townsfolk look inherently scared at the demons. And really the only reason the main guy is even interacting with them is a coping mechanism. It's like, I don't want more people to die here, right? I am going to cope myself into believing you guys can be reasoned with, so I don't have to like send more people into war.
I'm so
I
sorry. I know what you're saying. I just don't buy it.
oh my
Okay,
fucking Christ. And yeah, oh my
like
fucking Christ.
you go.
Okay, thank you so much, Flash. I could see where Cal is. I'm gonna be honest. I can see where Cal's come from, and I can agree with him on that. It can, because what I mean by that, it can show like generations of like, with how it showed with him of like, yes, this was how it was in the olden days of showing like that, and seeing how society changed how they interact with demons now. And that can be interesting of how generations will see like, oh, like for example, like this thing has been evil for years. It's been deceive people, but it's how people will change it later in the future, and they can
If it
hope
was
better for the
just
future.
if it was just one dude in the woods who decided to like raise a demon, that's like, and no, the village is not that, by the way. I can say that that's like okay, maybe I guess, but when there's like a collective, I just don't buy it. I think that they're just like at best they're just like dumb as shit, like dumb as rocks. Like
And that is the problem with
Mhm.
kindness of people. The kindness of people can be manipulated fairly easy
no,
and
no, no,
fairly.
I don't believe the demons are like manipulative, evil masters. I just think the humans are being dumb as shit, and that takes me out of the story. Yeah.
Okay. Okay, wait, quick question. Did Stark and Fern even question the fact that if demons are evil, or because Frieren said so, there was just like some, yeah, they're evil, and then just like, because I don't remember, it's been a minute.
So
I think
essentially
just
when
no.
everything happened, Fern and Stark were kind of like, oh, they look acceptable, right? My thing with that scene, which kind of confused me, if I'm being honest, if I remember it correctly, is that Frieren sees demons and goes into murder mode. Like she locks the fuck in and like goes to like kill them, right? Stark being confused
Mhm.
seems like makes a little bit of sense, in my opinion, in the sense of like at this point he hadn't traveled with Frieren a whole lot. Frieren looks surprised, or like as surprised as she can, which confused me because she has grown up with her master this entire time. I don't know, that part kind
Okay,
of confused me, but like I think they were both kind of like maybe they can be good. They seem respectable.
okay. With the whole like Fern being surprised thing, I don't think it will come up often in conversation. Like oh, I hate demons. I don't think that will come up often.
For
So
Frieren, probably. I could see Frieren just like saying, "I fucking hate demons."
those demons should go back to where they came from.
We're gonna
Real
build
as
a
fuck.
wall.
Insert funny joke really here that cannot be said for 200.
But still, I was gonna say that like I said, I think it just comes down to like a difference in opinion. I just if there's like 5 humans that know there's a demon and like one of them doesn't try and like witch hunt that bitch, I just see it as like not being realistic from all that I know in like real life. Yeah, that's just my opinion. Maybe the one
Yeah.
maybe like if they could like copy how like a person looks and like they were blended into society and there when maybe we could have like a conversation there, but like if demons are just random dudes who like have horn and like sympathy bait, I just don't buy it. I'm just
Yeah, people are very
scared.
not accepting of things that are different.
Yeah. Yeah.
So okay, even if demons weren't all eating people-y, then
We'll still be getting hit with racism.
yeah, like they was, you have horns, you're different, you're evil, and then murder
Yeah,
them.
dude. It's like that one Pocahontas song.
Yeah, the one where he says they're different, so they must be evil.
Yeah, like
That is an
so
actual line from an actual song, by the way. They did not trust you to understand it, so they had to like literally spell it out for you.
That's so funny. God, that movie is so ass.
Yeah, I've actually never seen Pocahontas.
I actually
You
sort of
haven't
like it,
seen
but you
it.
know, where is the conversation headed for me? I don't know. That's all I have to say on demons. I just think one more note, by the way. This isn't really a spoil, I don't think, because like from all the context that I've seen, it's like a very small part in the manga, and like I don't think it means shit. But Frieren at some point in the manga says like some comment like, "Thankfully, this demon is pure evil, so I don't have to care that I don't have to grieve." They say grieve, and it's like, Frieren, you did not give a shit up to now. Come the fuck on. You did not care that you were killing these demons, bro.
I don't know the
And
context of
like,
that, but I think that could be interesting. Well,
I
because
just
okay.
don't buy it.
no, because isn't like the whole point of Frieren's story is to like understand her emotions and stuff like that, and understand the value of like a human life. I think it is kind of interesting. Like again, I don't know the context of it, but it would be interesting if like that happens and it's because she's like getting more in tune with her emotions, and that's why she specifically says, "I don't have to worry about grieving for your death" or something like that.
She wouldn't grieve for a demon's death.
Well, that's what
Yeah,
she just
basically.
said. You're a she literally says that verbatim. You're a pure evil demon, so I don't have to grieve for you, or something
Yeah,
like
pull up
that.
the quote.
Okay, let me try and find it really fast. I didn't come with citations, but I can try.
While Dead
Biblical
looks at
citations.
that,
That's very undead fun of you.
what you call it? While Dead does that, I'll be honest. I think I am the biggest Frieren fan in here. And I'll be honest, it comes for like two reasons. First off, this series was made for me in the sense of I've said this many times on this podcast. What makes a good story for me? What you call it? Characters, right? And I know there's been a lot of differing opinions. Some people dislike Frieren, some people like Frieren but dislike the side cast. I'll be honest, I don't really think there's like one character in Frieren that I like dislike. There's definitely ones that I like more than others, but like I don't think there's a character I dislike. And I think another reason for it is that I watched Frieren at a perfect time because Frieren is what got me out of not watching anime for 2 years. It got me out of my anime limbo. Because before I watched Frieren, and I think it was about like halfway done with the dub at least, when I started watching it. It was the first anime I had watched in about 2 years. And I remember the reason I watched this because I saw a YouTube short talking about Himmel and saying, and essentially glazing Himmel and saying like what a good hero he was. And I went into Frieren expecting Himmel to be the main character because of that, because I knew nothing else about Frieren. And come to find out, it's the elf lady, and that kind of put me off at first. But I'll be real, I was hooked from the first episode. I liked the animation. I liked the character designs. I thought they were really pretty. I love the dubbed voice acting as well. I don't think we got too much into that. I think the dub voice acting in it is amazing.
It feels okay.
I'm gonna be
It
honest.
feels like
It's
ASMR. Like I was listening. I was when I was watching Freeman, I was watching it on my phone. I had in headphones, and God, I'm conflicted.
Why are you conflicted?
Okay, how do I phrase this?
how do I say this? Actually,
Hey.
you know, I think I'll say Flash.
No, I can't say that.
No, if you
Well-
say, I'll say. If you'll say, I'll say. I'm gonna be honest. When it came to Frieren's voice actor, I like her voice actor. I just think I think the lines were eh. Her voice actor's pretty good though. I can't lie.
I liked it. I think we had I'm stealing this opinion from someone I heard on the internet where essentially what was said is that Frieren got a similar treatment to Makima in the sense of like the dub voice actor like had like this specific cadence to them, so it kind of like changed like how people perceive the character, right? Because like from what it said, and DeadFun will probably know this because like he's more a Chainsaw Hand fan, whereas like
Chainsaw hand.
Chainsaw Head where the whole like mommy bark for Makima really started when the dub for Makima came out, and she had like this very like low seductive like voice to her.
Okay, yeah, that is what I was trying to say earlier. Like when you put in headphones, it just
Like,
You know?
It's mommy
Flash, she's like-
ASMR.
yeah.
I'm gonna be on. Am I the only one that didn't actually feel that?
Yeah, well, here's the thing. I
Yeah.
didn't really get that vibe of Frieren specifically. But, like, I can definitely see it. Like, someone made the comparison to it and said, oh, you know what? I can see it because Frieren talks in a very, like, low, monotone voice and stuff like that. So I can kind of see it. I definitely think it's a lot more of, like, Makima because she's, like,
Okay.
full-on seductive. What's up, DeadFun? Did you find your thing?
I'm getting it. Hold on, just give me a second. I'm on the I finally have a lead.
He's sniffing out for clues.
Actually.
He's being like Frieren right now. He's backtracking on his past, but
Oh, dude, you don't even know the half of it. That's gonna be like the final like outro part that I have. I have.
Oh,
lore with
actually,
this series.
if we're starting that, I'll be honest. So here's a random side thing. I liked season 1 opening a lot more than season 2. They should not have fucking changed it, in my opinion.
as season 2. Wait,
No, no,
okay,
no, no,
question.
no,
There were
no,
two.
not
There were two.
No, no.
Huh?
Wait, no, sorry, not season 2. I mean the first. I'm in the second opening.
Oh yeah, I completely agree with that. I was disappointed when the second opening came on. I don't think. Okay, I remember you mentioned this. I don't think the second opening is dog shit. Okay, you like said it was bad. I don't think
Yeah,
the second
no, and I
opening
stand
is.
by that point.
I don't think the second opening is
It's
bad.
fucking shit.
It really isn't. It's fine. But the first opening was phenomenal. Like the art for it was amazing and the music was terrific. It was like our D&D opening for like 3 months. It was
Yeah, which did make me sad when I had to skip it because I did get really tired of it sometimes.
yeah, I don't blame you. That's me with most intros, if I'm being honest, especially if I'm binge watching anime. Unless I really like the
really.
intro, I will listen to it like the first 3 times and just skip it. If I'm watching it
Nah,
week to
dude.
week, then I'll watch the intro.
True fans always watch the intro and outro each time.
I don't watch the outro. I couldn't give a single fuck about the outros.
Crazy as fuck.
I just want to watch my
it depends.
show. Like I'm so sorry if I watch the
this kind
intro
of
and the
person would-
outro. That's like an extra 3
How, like-
minutes, and that adds
How,
up
like-
as your what?
You know, when you go to Texas Roadhouse, when you have
I
an
don't know
entree, you
this.
have 2 sides. Shut up. When you go to Texas Roadhouse, you have 2 sides with your entree, and you eat the sides with the entree. If you just eat the entree, then you're not getting the full meal. You're just getting like
No,
You're
it's
just
called
getting-
saving that shit for later. That's what I do.
First of all, why the fuck are you getting 2 appetizers? First of
Because-
all,
No. They mean sides, not appetite.
oh sorry,
yeah,
sides.
Yeah.
Okay, I don't know where I got appetizers from. I apologize.
You said that like so with such confidence that I didn't even like.
I don't know where I got sides from. Sorry, appetizers. But anyways, no, that's not true. Because the entree is the main meal, right? You can eat just the entree, ignore the sides, and be perfectly content and
But
fine,
you're
and
not
be like, I
having the
really
complete
like.
experience.
I'm so sorry. If I don't have my fucking fries with my burger, I am fine with that. Okay, like.
Okay.
Are you really gonna tell me I'm not having the full experience because I didn't eat
Yeah,
all my
I am.
fries with my burger?
Hey, here's the
No,
problem. You
Yeah,
brought
I
Texas
am.
like you know
Roadhouse
what? I
up. The
had
problem
my
is,
fries the first 3 times I ate the meal, but you know what? I realized I don't really care for fries. I'm a little tired of fries. I'm just gonna eat my burger. And you know what? I am fine with just eating my fucking burger.
the problem is you brought up Texas Roadhouse. Everyone knows if you go there, you have to eat the lemon onion first.
I fucking hate
Wait, why
onions
not?
so much.
Crazy.
That's why you suck.
Dang.
Okay, I don't like hearing
have
anyone who like
does.
doesn't put condiments on like anything. Anyways.
The condiment bandit.
Yeah, no, says the loser who was late.
I'm sorry.
You were
Have
like
you not
30
been late
minutes
before?
late.
Have I not had to call you up awake before?
I was
Am I-
late
wait.
once. Then you really were.
I think I'm the one who hasn't been late. I don't
No,
think
you've
I've
been late.
Have I been late?
You've
No,
been late.
When?
Everyone in this
No,
voice
yeah,
call has been late at some point. I'm just getting
Tell
on
me
to
when I've been
Yuri,
late.
because there was one time where we had to call them for like 15, 20 minutes, right? Around the same time you guys had to do for me. So I don't see where this hatred from like Yuri's coming from.
I'm trying to rage bait you. That's all.
I think you tried
Uh.
to make a point, but then you realized you didn't have a point, so you just said you're trying to rage bait him.
Yeah. No. I'm trying to rage bait them commercial.
Dead, how's this research coming?
I have the chapters up, and I have to look in them individually.
My
So
God.
I want to share a quick
God.
show. So I will share a quick Frieren story.
Mhm.
Me and a friend went to a con together. They said, I want to meet us some Frieren VAs at some cons. They walked by one and didn't say shit.
That's so real.
Huh?
Also,
Looking at
no
you,
one
Cal.
at these cons have watched Frieren.
Looking at you, Cal.
Huh?
Yeah, when we went to a con together, you walked by one of the fucking VAs for Frieren.
I did.
Oh.
I don't know. I don't know VAs.
It's the fucking white hair guy from the fucking exam.
The weird guy
Oh.
who like
Yeah,
I think
him.
he like
I
fights
don't
with
really
wars or
care about him.
something.
That's already why. I'm so sorry. Okay, when I say I want to like meet some Frieren VAs, right? I'm thinking like the characters I like, right? I'm not gonna go spend money and get like one done from a character I don't really care about. I'm so sorry. If it was
I'm
free,
sorry,
I
not
definitely would have
based.
won, but I'm not gonna pay for it if I don't really care about the character.
Okay,
like,
Frieren
it's-
98.
That would be like going to a con saying I want to meet a One Piece voice actor just to meet the voice actor for Gaimon. You know the guy stuck in the chest?
Yeah, the fucking chest, dude.
See, no, here comes the problem. You brought up Gaimon. Gaimon's pretty fucking base.
I would get Gaimon just for the meme, but like, yeah, it's the same. Like, you're making it sound like I like the Frieren's VA was there, and I was like, oh, I don't don't want to like go to their panel. Like, no, it's a random side character that I don't really care for.
I don't really care about that guy. He was okay. He was the third most meh character during that whole exam.
Yeah,
I say third because the two gay girls are in front of him. I don't care about them at all.
yeah. The two gay girls were fine. I think they had some funny
just don't-
moments.
For me, I know the good girls as Weiss and not Ruby.
Okay, no.
You're
Why?
not wrong.
Saying not Ruby doesn't even mean anything.
Yeah, it does.
Oh my god, but
No, it
at that
doesn't.
con, there was literally no Frieren merch. I was so sad. There was
And I was happy.
like, you weren't even
Crazy.
happy. You didn't even watch the show at this point. You watched the show like a week ago.
This is
But,
true.
like-
This is true.
But like, I was able to find a couple keychains and a figurine, and that was it. There was like nothing else, unfortunately.
I'm getting so ass
Okay,
mad. I'm trying to
did-
find this pain. No, I'm gonna find it. We're not having this
Okay,
episode edited until I find it.
Okay, okay. That's gonna be like the last scene of the episode is you saying I found it.
Blah blah
God.
blah 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 blah. Yap 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 yap. I don't fucking care.
Jesus Christ.
Oh,
No.
oh
I
my
will. I am curious where the Frieren story is gonna go though, because like I haven't read the manga. I don't plan to read the manga for specific reasons. But like I'm curious where the story is gonna progress. I'm gonna make a theory now. I think fuck, what was her name? Syria or something like that. The golden
Really?
hair elf lady.
I don't know these names. They're German.
Yeah, I fucking
I'm
hate
not good at
Germans.
German names.
That's
Okay,
why you
wow.
hate me. Okay, I see how it is.
Fucking hate. My stepdad was from Germany. I fucking hate him. So now I hate all Germans.
Yeah.
Wow.
But no. God, what? Oh, I think she is gonna become like a villain at some point, or maybe she won't. I don't know. I feel like they set her up to be like in like a future villain role, or at the very least clash with like Frieren War, in the sense of like I feel like her and Frieren are like destined to have like some type of battle at some point, which I am excited for.
Wait. I gotta say something real quick. I think it's
Yeah?
funny. So, okay. So, like a good minute ago, okay. Well, first I need to start off by saying that there's a solo leveling game. It's a mobile game.
Oh my god.
They did a crossover with Frieren,
Yeah, I
and
saw this.
Wait,
And
oh, you
they
just reminded
used-
me of something different.
and they used Aura as the like main crossover villain, which is like insane due to the fact that I think both Sun Jinwoo and Frieren just out aura her and makes her oof herself. You know. Like she's like the least intimidating villain that they could use. Like they could have used that one demon who invented the Zoltrak spell.
Yeah, that's what I was
as
thinking.
the
He was.
I found
That's
it.
his.
Oh my God.
That's his name.
Wait, he found it, guys. He found it.
Flash.
Oh, you found it.
Flash.
Oh
That's
my
his fucking name. That Zoltrak is his name.
Really?
Yeah,
Yeah.
they named it after him.
Oh, okay. Let's see this panel, Dad.
Oh my god.
It has been searching for
Watch this
28
shit be like shit.
years.
Shut the fuck up. I think it represents what I needed it to.
Oh wait, Frieren nearly dies or something.
Yeah, I know, crazy. Yeah, look at the bottom text bubble. Look at the
Oh, bottom
bubble.
text.
And it's
Okay, I was
like,
reading from like the top.
for-
Gives me a taste of
well, I guess you
vengeance.
could, but like, okay, but you can have remorse.
Okay.
You can have remorse the entire time, bro. Like,
Wait,
Who's in it?
for once in Eon. Okay.
Okay, yeah. Now with the context of that, that doesn't make sense. The way you worded it made me put like my own spin on it. But yeah, with this, okay, for the audience, the exact quote is: "For once
put
in
this up on screen.
eons, I can conclude matters without any remorse."
Bro, you did not have remorse
yeah,
that you dealt with Aura.
Yeah,
You literally, like,
You
you
told her
literally
to
told
off
her
herself.
to. Yeah, you
You
can't.
told her to grab a rope.
like
Mhm.
okay, yeah, that
And
one's
by
a
the
little.
way, and by the way,
yeah.
it's like very funny in this exact same like battle. I need to read it because I need to find the panel.
Okay.
But like they say like several times, this demon uses the trickery that they're well known to have, and it's just rage bait.
Wait, rage
They're
bait
like,
is so
I s-
real.
I see these demons are experts in psychology. They have me prodded to try to make me upset. Yo, dude, that's just rage bait. That's just
Bro, I fucking love rage baiting. Is so fucking hilarious.
Oh no, rage
I
baiting is a
hate
lot
rage
of fun.
baiting.
Okay, wait.
Rage baiting
In
is
response,
dumb.
this is a part I don't like in Frieren, but in fairness, hold up. This exists, so I think this makes it up. This is official, by the way. This is an official.
Oh
Oh,
my
I did see
God.
this. I did
No,
see
no, no,
this.
no. That is so
This makes
fucking wrong.
sense.
She would not use Hell Chains.
This makes
She would
sense.
use fucking Wizard Arrow or Wizard Rod.
Still,
You're putting
this
her in a
is fine.
classification because she's a wizard.
She would just do
shoots
whatever's
little laser
best.
beams.
No, yeah, no. She would use fucking Wizard Rod then. That's why.
If Frieren was just a Beyblade anime, I'll like it way more. And this is the closest we're getting to
Okay,
it, you know?
fuck. Let's
Okay,
see.
quick little thing.
You're gonna use fucking Wizard Rod.
Y'all remember when Frieren was fighting Frieren and made a black hole?
Yeah.
What's up with that? What's up with that?
Yes.
I think it was just
What's up
spectacle.
with that?
I'll be honest. I really liked that fight scene. It just looked so visually cool, and I really like the moment where I think it's one of my favorite gifs where it's fake Frieren like looks at Fern with like the "you fucked up" eyes and like smashes Fern into a wall. I know
Yeah,
it
she
doesn't help the
overwhelmed on
narrative that
Fern.
Frieren's overpowered, but it's like it was just a cool fight scene. I'm so sorry.
If you can make a black hole, you just win. Like I'm giving up. You know what I mean?
Gojo make a black hole? Didn't he lose?
No.
But I think we're getting around to wrap up time.
This is
So
true.
with that said, this series is fine. It's like 5 to 6 out of 10, probably a 6 because it's like animation and music are very good.
It's saved by animation.
I think it's an
it's
A.
a
It's an A
fire.
for me.
It was
It's
not
an
very
8 or
Forget
9.
fire.
but it doesn't make it worse.
This show gives me an existential dread because like the characters are like aging and it's weird.
Yeah, like actually
it's
aging, it's
been-
not staying the same age for like 50 billion chapters.
Yeah, it's making me anxious because Frieren is staying the same while Stark and Fern are like getting older.
Yeah. Well, that's just how the cookie crumbles. I guess my final comment is that it was very funny. I saw, I think I said it to like Cal once, but when the first 2 chapters put on this manga site that I followed that came from Frieren, I actually read the first one and I was like, this is pretty good. Maybe I'll follow this. Maybe, and I didn't. And then lo and behold, like 3 years down the line, it ended up like uber famous. I don't know. If I was to have like my own choice, I just want Frieren to be like. Just make it like beginning part where like they have a party and the party dies and they're sad and that's it. I know that's basically the entire series, but I, just condense that down to like a one shot, maybe a movie if you're feeling like it, and that can be like I think the best Frieren to me. I like it. Well, wasn't like
You don't need
is
a
like the
prequel.
entire series a prequel? Like in part,
Kind of, but like we only get to see glimpses of it, right? If that makes sense.
Is that like the point?
It is the point. I just like Himmel. I want more Himmel. That's my issue. I just really like
You
Himmel.
know, same.
You saying that we need a prequel?
I didn't say
It's
we
like
needed one.
saying-
Hold on. I didn't say we needed one. I said I wanted one. I don't think the series needs one. I just wanted so I have an excuse to see more Himmel. I have a Himmel cosplay in my closet, okay?
You know, I'm gonna be honest.
You do.
Yeah.
I want to
They
see all
do.
3 of them. I want to see the priest. I want the dwarf. I want Himmel. I want all 3 of them.
Okay,
Oh.
then, well.
By the way, I was taken out of it when I heard the dwarf's voice because like I heard
Let me
that voice
just-
before and I didn't know where, and it was. And I'm pretty sure it's like the voice actor for Ainsworth Gone from Overlord, which is like so weird.
But still, all in all, I'm pretty sure that is it.
Actually, Flash, you are right.
Okay.
Yeah, I think it's fine. I'll say this
Yeah.
for a last remark. Solo Leveling should have not won Anime of the Year. I don't even think Frieren should have won Anime of the Year. I think it was a good contender. I would have found it was Dandelion or something like that. I just don't know why it was fucking Solo
Yes.
Leveling. And I'll be real, I can't remember what the 4th option was. I cannot remember what the 4th option was for the life of me.
And with that,
Okay.
continue to
In the
dice, you
episode-
gachas.
In the episode,
What-
in the words of
Evan-
Frieren, no. To end the episode, in the words of Frieren, it's Beyblading time.